Imagine this, it's midnight, the world is still, silent, and then you look up. Above you, the sky isn't just dark, it's alive. A red moon, no, not just red, but blood red. Like it has been painted with the hue of ancient secrets. It burns against the night like a scar, a symbol of something impending. They say the red moon comes only once in a while, and when it does, it's a message, a sign that the moment is now. A moment that demands you choose, a moment that forces you to face something you have been avoiding. Like, who will you become? Tonight, we are talking about decision making, not just the choices you make, but the ones that make you, the one that shift the course of your life like the moon shifts the tide. Because just like that red moon hanging in the sky, there are moments where everything feels still, but the decision you make will echo through your future. So let me ask you, when the red moon rises and the world asks you to choose, what will you do? Welcome to episode 38 of our ongoing series, the Art to Heart podcast, where we deep dive into life and strategies which we can apply and become the best version of ourselves. I'm your host, Rena, and today we will be talking about the art of decision making, something we all struggle with over a period of time. And we, as we evolve, whether we are in our 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, decision is part of our life, whether from changing or making a decision of your high school to selection of college courses to your future job or your business entrepreneurship or to even choosing your partner or to even living the life you want to. Everything comes to one big circle, and that point is always decision making. So, without any further delay, let's get started. The first thing we're going to talk is why decisions are so hard. We make thousands of decisions every single day, knowingly, unknowingly. Most of them autopilot, no big deal. What are you gonna have? You just have one choice or two choice, right? But then there are the real ones. Do I leave this job? Do I stay in this relationship? Do I say what I really feel? Do I take the risk or play it safe? These are the decisions that make our stomach twist, and it asks us question like why does we have to go through these intense choices in life, because they come with identity stakes. They ask us to define who we are and who we are willing to become, and that's where the fear creeps in, not of failure but of choosing wrong. Here is a myth we need to kill. There is no perfect decision. We wait for certainty like it's going to come knocking, and it won't. Even the best decision often feel like 60-40 when you're making them. Does you have like do we really have real clarity when we are making decision? It usually shows up after we commit, not before. So instead of obsessing over the right decision, try asking which option aligns with my values, which choice feel honest, what I'm afraid of, and is that fear guiding me or protecting me? Decisions aren't about control, they are about alignment. One of the simple thing anybody could do is if you're going in a phenomenal phase of your life where there is not a lot of option but you have one or two to make that would actually impact your life in the next 3 years or 5 years down the road. We have no real clarity how long are we going to alive, but do we really want to be in that same situation what we are today in the next 5 year actually give my stomach a turn upside down? Because if I'm not happy with what I am with currently, then that has to be changed over a period of next 6 months to a year. You have to take decision faster than ever before, and we can't just simply rely on other people's opinion. And there is this part of life where people's opinion doesn't really matter to us, because at the end you are going to live your life the way you want to live. When you're in your younger days, a lot of decision is made by your parents, by the society, by the norms, by everything. But as we grow older, the society wants to control the people who are ready to let them be controlled. And there are a point where you start taking up decision and start standing up and saying to the society, it's me now, not you, and I will take decision whether it is right or wrong. I will walk up to that and I will show who I am. That's something you have to take up very early in your life, not like somewhere in the 40s. Don't do that. If you're in your 20s, already deciding what job I want to do next or what I want in my life to look like, and so start taking up the rightful decision, not with the flow of how your life is going, but how you want your life to look in next 3 years or 5 years. Something we all have to be serious. Do you really want to be in the current scenario of your life for the next 5 years? Please be happy, continue. If you are not, take up that bloody decision. Embrace the 60-40 rule. There is no such thing as perfect certainty, and you need to accept that. The trick, the 60-40 rule. When you make a decision, go with the option that feel 60% right and embrace the fact that, that there will always be some risk and uncertainty involved. Trust that other 40% of doubt is part of the process and doesn't mean you're making the wrong choice. And use your intuition as a compass. It is always well said. Okay, use your intuition. Your gut can be one of the most powerful tools you have in decision making. You have made hundreds of small instinctual decisions throughout your life without realizing it. So listen to your gut. If you have a gut feeling that certain parts align with who you are, listen to that, take up that decision. It's not random. Your intuition has been gathering information long before your logical mind caught up. But don't just go with it blindly. Balance with a logical check to make sure your intuition isn't based on fear or past trauma. Every time when you're making a decision, you have to keep your emotional instinct out. You have to bring your logical instinct. Just because something has gone and so and so and so, this could be the same. There may be a situation where you're tired of just being the center of target and you don't want to be that person of scenario and you want to change in a complete 360, right? If you are someone who are going through a difficult time of getting out of something and you are trying to be better at it by learning something, or if you are someone who is currently in a job which is draining you and you want to go for a new workplace with a new set of skills which is going to make yourself who you are. Sometimes we think we are good at this, but in reality there are other skills which we are far better than this. We may often say we are not a people's manager, we won't be good at managing, we are good an individual contributor, but deep down you are someone who is going to be that person which you said you are not. So sometimes you have to give yourself another chance while making decision. Keep your emotional sort out, bring in your logical thinking, and put in a 60-40 rule to see which one applies more and which is applicable for your next 3 to 4 years or 5 years of your life. One of the most powerful strategy is to look beyond the decision itself and picture yourself in future. Take a moment to visualize who will you be in a year from now if you take this path. How does that version of you feel? How does it look? What kind of life are they living? This vision of your future self can give you perspective on whether this decision truly aligns with who you're trying to become. Often, the best decisions are those that connect you to a person you want to grow into, not just based on today's circumstance. Like I said, you may be thinking, I have this skill, I'm good at it, but in reality, there may be some other skill which you're far better to what you're currently doing. In the same scenario, whenever you're aligning your value, something I do every year on my birthday is, do I want this same Rana to be the next year Rana? And every year I come up with saying, no, I don't want to be this version. I rather kill the current version and have a new version of Rana altogether. Whether it may be making one small decision which gonna ruptures a lot of people's life, and I am someone at this age of point, as long as I can align my value, as long as my value is making me a better person for tomorrow, that's where I'm gonna work with, not with what people's perspective on me, because their perceptions is never gonna be happier for who I am. There will always be criticism around you, but it is up to you who have to leave the mark and who have to build and show the best version to your past self. So make decision for yourself. Don't bring people in, don't bring emotional in, don't bring anything when you're making decisions. Simply pick an option and give at least just two options. Do I like this version of myself or that version? Whichever version suits who you are, pick the decision and follow the path. One of the key note is not to overthink. Knowledge is power, but only if you use it effectively. Before making a major decision, gather the facts, what you need to know to make an informed choice. But here is a catch: don't overthink. Don't drown in data. At some point, you have to trust what you know and move forward. The more you sit on it, the harder the decision becomes. If you're someone who is into online business, or if you're someone who thinks of decision making when you're creating a UX design, or if you're any UX designer or UI designer, you don't bring a lot of choice to the higher ups to say, hey, look at these three website pages. This is what we have come up based on your input. You don't bring them 10 different design. You give them a three choices. I was reading this predictable irrationality book, which is very good. I'm still in the process. And there they gave a very broader explanation how marketing works. And in that scenario, they just give three options to the audience. Okay. One option was a price range of $65. The second option was a price range of $125. The third option is a price range of $125. What does the $65 give us? A newspaper. What does $125 give us? A online news in on a daily basis. What does $125 give? The combo, the mega deal is you will be getting newspaper as well as the online platform to access. I think majority of the people will pick the third option, because if you pay $125, you will be part of online community on a daily basis. But if you pick up 125 on the third combo option, where you get the digital as well as the soft copy of it, right? The hard copy of it. So decision making has to be just two choices. It's never three. You already know when you are writing it down. Option A, you want to become this. Option B, oh, I don't want to become this. Option C, I want to become this because I want to look like this in future. So you will eventually pick up option C. So giving a lot of option to yourself is never a choice. It's more of what you have to get out of it. It's more of how you want to perceive yourself in future. And one of the last thing I want to talk here is accept imperfection and move forward. No decision is perfect. There will always be risk, uncertainties, and unknowns. What matter is how you respond to your choice once it's made. Commit to it, adjust if needed, and trust yourself to handle what comes next. Imperfection is a part of the process, and moving forward is the most important part of all. Once you have taken up the decision, stick to it, follow it, and get it done no matter what. Because at the end of the day, it's you who have made the decision, not somebody else. There you have it, few of the strategies which you can help and implement to make a better decision maker in future. Like the red moon may raise once in a while, but every day you're faced with choices that shape who you are. The key isn't to wait for a perfect moment, it is to act, trust your processes, and embrace the learning along the way. So next time you're staring at the crossroad and feel the weight of the world on your shoulder, remember this strategy: have less option, use 60/40 rule, implement and take action. Trust in your ability to make the right call for yourself, and know that you have the tools to shape your future. If this episode is going to be something you want to share with your friends or someone who is struggling with decision making, please feel free to. I'll be happy that you have shared it with someone who you love. Till next time, make greater decision and adapt to it, implement it, and act on it, because every single choice of yours is what make your future looks better. So don't stop from making decision, rather take it now and implement it today itself, and see the better self tomorrow. Till next time, have a great life, enjoy yourself, and today and tomorrow decision will always be part of your life. See you all till next video. Bye bye.